everybody, it's Benny again, and today we're going to go over a different gun, Gen4 Glock 35 40 Smith & Wesson. So the 40 Smith & Wesson came out in 1992, I believe, and the FBI picked it up and it sold like hotcakes. Local law enforcement picked it up for many years then and carried it until the last several years. Now they swapped back to the 9mm, but for a long time it was the king in the United States law enforcement. So I picked this gun up some years ago, thinking that it would be my do-all be-all kind of gun, and I like the idea that it was this longer, as you can see it's unloaded, it's this longer sight radius. It's that 5-inch barrel, I believe it is, and I thought, well, that might be it for me. I really loved how the grip felt in my hand. So that's basically a Glock 17. The 22 and the 17, I believe, are the same grip frame area. So it's the same feeling in your hand as the 9mm, but obviously then the bigger caliber. And I love the idea of having that long sight radius. A lot of people like the 34 for the same reason in 9mm. So it's pretty slick. They cut out the slide to lighten that a little bit. I always thought that was pretty neat. I did a few things to it. I put an extended slide release. I put night sights on it. I don't know if you can pick that up or not, but I really like that front bead there. That orange is slick. I changed out a couple of I slicked up a couple of the parts inside on the trigger with the titanium coating, the tungsten guide rod, which I like, and then I put the 3.5-pound ghost trigger in it and a thug plug there. I like plugging that hole up. But we're gonna shoot this one today. I got a couple holsters here. Like I said, I thought it was gonna be my do-all be-all kind of gun. This is a Milt Sparks inside the waistband holster. Real nice holster there. It makes great stuff. Unfortunately, it's really difficult to get them. They're really far behind because they are so popular, but I got this one made up quite a few years ago. And then I always was gonna try competitive shooting. I got a Blade Tech outside the waistband type of deal there for shooting. It's adjustable ladder here for different widths on your belt, and it's pretty slick. I can demonstrate. That one's a real nice retention there, and then this is the Milt Sparks. I might put these on and demonstrate them, draw from them maybe once or twice today. Give that a whirl. I'll show you those different holsters, how they work for me. I did carry this gun for quite a while. I want to say several years. I just thought it was the answers to everything. I was a really big Glock guy for quite a while. I still am. I do like the Glocks quite a bit, but I kind of went back to the hammer fired single action, double action, single action guns. I really like those even more, I guess you could say. But I come back to the Glocks. They're easy to work on. You can get all kinds of aftermarket parts for them. It is fairly light with that polymer frame, and you know, it's top heavy, but it's not that heavy of a gun to carry. So what we're going to do today, we're going to do our we'll test my hand loads out again on some drywall. I'm using 5/8, so it kind of changes the dynamic of the previous videos that I've shot on, but that's what I had. The price was right, and we're going to shoot at least one round through that, see how fast it's going, see how far through 5/8 sheetrock my hand load will go, and then we'll shoot some stuff up. I'll draw from these different holsters, just kind of give you an idea of the recoil. Hopefully you can see that and enjoy the gun for what it is. And with that, we'll get right to her. All right, here we go. We're gonna shoot one shot through the 5/8 drywall over the chronograph, get an idea of the speed. These are hand loads. They're a Barry's flat point plated bullet, 180 grain over Winchester 231. I believe it's 5 grains. And I think this particular one is a Winchester primer, small pistol primer. So we'll give one shot a try and see what she does. Huh. And of course it's too dark today that it registered over the chronograph, so we'll waste there, but we'll see how far back into that sheetrock she went. All right, we found the bullet, so we'll count off how many it went through. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 17, and it dented the heck out of the next one there, and this is the bullet. So Did pretty well through 5/8. I don't know if you can see that bullet or not, but there she is, kind of shiny lands and grooves. I wish we would have gotten that speed. I want to say these are 900 some feet per second. That's in my memory, but I guess you have to take my word for it. We'll go back and we'll shoot her up. All right, we're just gonna shoot at some targets here. Paper targets, soda pop, some metal. Let the lead fly and see what we can do. I think I got 10 left in this one. Let's shoot some on paper, see if I can hit that worth the darn. I'll try a headshot here. All right, I'll try a soda pop. Maybe the left-hand one. All right, let's shoot some steel there. I'll start on the right-hand side. Clean miss. All right, we'll load up and try some more. I'll just give you a close-up of the paper target so you can see what I did there, how bad I did. You got the 3 I tried in the chest area and the 2 headshots, and then I went left there. Clean miss. Didn't even get his ear, dang it, but the other ones did all right. I tend to always shoot left with the Glocks. I got to get my, the way I've always compensated for it is to get my finger in there further. It just works for me, and I haven't shot them that much, except for the videos that I've done this year. So, but not too bad there. Got 2 definitely in the center. So we'll go back and we'll put a holster on and let you see what that looks like. All right, here we go. I got my Milt Sparks inside the waistband, and you can kind of see with just a t-shirt on what it looks like. It works pretty well. That polymer on bare skin, it's not cold or anything like that, so it works out pretty well. So you can, do something like this. I don't have anything in the gun. Something like that. Pretty slick. It works out pretty well. So with that, do a little shooting here. Pulls up a little bit there. I probably should cinch down the belt a little bit more, but I'll go from the right to left here on the steel targets first and see if I can do any better than the last time. Well, that's encouraging. Let's try the bowling pin. Now we're getting kind of small. Let's try that paint can. It's probably out of my reach. We'll see what happens. Hey, 3rd time's a charm. Let's try a soda pop on the right. Oh, he lived to survive another day. Well, we'll try some more. All right, this is that Blade Tech polymer holster there. Outside the waistband, and I'll save you the grief of seeing my white tummy again. So this is the one I thought I would use if I was going to competitively shoot. Draws real nice. It's empty, but it stays in there pretty good, but it comes out pretty good. So show you shooting with that one. We can actually probably draw a little bit better with that one. You can just kind of see it. Yeah, that's fun. Didn't do too bad that round. We'll try some more. All right, we'll try a few more here. I got another mag in my pocket. Just kind of shoot it up and see if I can get any better at this game or not. Oh, I must have got some shrapnel on that 2-liter. She's leaking. Let's try and put her out of her misery. Geyser. That's all right. See if I can get the other one. Nice. That was a good one. Not too bad. We'll do a couple more and we'll wrap her up. All right, I got a couple more mags here loaded up. Shoot through that and we'll wrap her all up. Final thoughts, that type of thing, and see how she goes here. I'll try that left soda pop there. I'll go through the steel plates there, maybe again right to left, come back, see if we can get that other soda pop here. All right, I'll try that other soda pop. Oh, ended on 2 misses. That's no bueno. Oh well, that's the way it goes. Well, we'll get some final thoughts here and wrap her up. All right. So we did a little shooting. The Gen 4 Glock 35 in all her glory. I don't see how it's still, I don't know, it is for me a viable carry piece. I had no issues with it ever in the time that I've had it. I don't think I've had a single malfunction with the gun in the entire time I've had it. I've shot, when I first was carrying it and just shooting 40 Smith & Wesson there for a long time, I shot thousands of rounds through it. I even had a hand loading mishap happen with it with some powder that I put a little bit too much in there, and it didn't hurt the gun any. It's been a really, really good gun. The only reason that I don't carry it as much anymore has nothing to do with weight or length of draw or anything like that. It's just that I got into, as we do in the gun world, you kind of go through different things that find your fancy, and I really got into the double action, single action pistols lately. But this is still one of my favorites. It's I think I'm fairly proficient with it, especially if I shoot it more. I did all right today, I think, by some standards. Not everybody's, definitely not Jerry Michalik standards, but we did all right. It's a really nice piece. I never have seen the Gen 5 one without the cutouts there for your fingers on the grip, but if I do, I might pick one up. I don't know, I really like the gun. That being said, the caliber has kind of faded away, which is kind of sad. I think 40 Smith & Wesson is still definitely a viable piece, cartridge to carry. It's kind of saddened to see them go to 9mm. I get it, all the arguments, all the science, all the data, but I think the old boys back in the day kind of knew what they were talking about, and that 40 is really, it's really a Goldilocks. It's right in the middle of a lot of things, and it does a lot of things really, really well. Some people complain about muzzle flip or recoil. I don't really notice it. Obviously on a barrel that long, a slide a little bit thicker or heavier like that, I think it takes care of it. I had a 23 for quite a while, and I didn't have a problem shooting that gun either. That gun was incredibly accurate. So if you get a chance, if you ever have the chance to shoot one, try it out yourself, see what you think with that. Like and subscribe, give us some thumbs up, tell us what you like, tell us what you didn't like. If there's anything that you could see that we could change Always open to suggestions, and we'll keep pumping out the videos, right, Poncho?
That's right, Benny.
All right, we'll see you later.